In today's video, I'm going to show you my foster horse's introduction to Manzer, Bear, and Lucky. My foster horse's name is Nash, and he's the one that's in the round pen. The reason I put him in the round pen is so the boys can come over and sniff him and get acclimated to him without being able to make full contact yet. So Manzer, the Palomino, he is my yearling stud colt, and he's very interested in other horses, and I think that he would just be playful, but the two ponies can kind of be bullies. So I'd like Nash to be able to be separated while they get used to each other. Lucky is the pony who just squealed, and that squealing is a very common sound that horses make when they're introduced to somebody new. They can even do that when they are around horses that they know and being playful, but that's very, very common to hear. As you can see, it doesn't take long for the two ponies to get sort of bored with Nash's presence. Manzer, on the other hand, he wants to kind of hang out and get to know him a little bit better, and I like that. I like the fact that Manzer is so friendly and just kind of wants to hang out with other horses. Just from seeing this brief introduction, I have a feeling that Manzer and Nash are going to be good buddies in no time. Now, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about Nash or even Manzer or the other horses, be sure to check out my playlist. I have a playlist for all of my horses, and I keep updating them regularly, and everything can be found in chronological order. I feel like this part is really important, so I don't want to cut anything out, but I'm going to go ahead and speed it up so you can see how these boys interact.
I think the new friendship has grown.
I'm happy with what I see so far, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the gate and let Nash come out so he can meet the other horses without having a barrier between. Manzer just wants to play, but as soon as the ponies notice that he's out in the open, they spring into action and have to be a couple of bullies. I'll go ahead and speed this up again just to make it a little bit more interesting. And like I said, I don't want to cut anything out. So these guys ran around for a little while, and that's what I want. I want them to get used to each other, be together, work it out, figure out that pecking order, and that's all good stuff. But then what happened is Nash just sort of stood in the corner, and then the other horses stood in the other corner, and nothing was getting done. So I went ahead out there with a flag so I could be in better control of the horses' feet. And another thing too is, since they're out there with a metal building as one of the rails, basically, I want to be there just to make sure that nobody can kick at each other and hit the building. Right here is sort of the moment that I've been waiting for to happen. They all just kind of stood and took a little breather, but then they go right back at it again. But it's okay. There was that little bit of stillness, and that's what's necessary. As you can see, as long as those 3 stay out of the corner, I completely leave them alone. So basically what would happen is if I didn't chase them out of there, they would just hang out in that corner and Nash would hang out in the other corner, and they would never get used to one another. So just letting them know you stay out of that corner and I leave you alone gets them so they're getting a little bit closer to each other, more used to each other. Sometimes when introducing new horses, it's easier to do it with less horses. So I took Bear out of the equation simply because he's the leader of the bunch, and Manzer was kind of really sticking with that group. Now that Bear is gone though, Manzer just wants to hang out with Nash and play and check him out, and that's exactly what I want. I was planning to keep these 4 boys together simply for company's sake. I like having Bear and Lucky with Manzer. He's still a stud colt, so he has to be separated from the herd, and I want him to have as much social interaction as possible. But what I might end up doing is leaving Manzer and Nash together and putting Lucky and Bear back out with the herd. It just kind of depends on how the dynamics are working here. If you'd like to see more about Nash and find out what I end up doing with him, be sure to stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.